Here we go. Last run of the day on the Eye of the Needle. Sure enough, Alexis almost immediately speeds up to 90 kilometers an hour. Oh. Good. Next. Oh, next. Awesome.
I avoided the thing. I think I made it through the opening.
What?
I'm like 99% sure I made it through the opening.
You think you made it through the opening?
Oh.
You didn't realize you went through the wall.
Huh?
Oh. See, this is how you know we're living in the 21st century, you know? When a woman treats you to food, you know?
I thought you were getting this.
No. Equal Ops Act 1974. Men and women should be treated as equals in all criteria. You asked for it, you got it.
Right, yeah, I'll pay for it, sure.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about!
If I go on a date, I don't mind paying. But also, I only date traditional women. Traditional women get traditional treatment, and modern women get equality.
What is the worst experience you've ever had on a date?
Damn. I took this broad out to motherfucking Olive Garden, and she had to go to the bathroom, left her phone unlocked. She said, when I get done eating, come pick me up.
To who?
Some nigga that had to pay the bill because I ran up out that motherfucker. She was gonna get me.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
I think my biggest challenge is my mobility. It's hard for me to stand a lot, so I usually just grab whatever's quick and easy.
It sounds like you're saying that walking to a salad is harder than walking to a pizza.
You're a victim. I'm sure walking is hard in general. I'm only 27 and my knees already hurting. I couldn't imagine if I was 500 pounds. The only benefit of being that big is you ain't even gotta walk. You can just roll. I'm sure y'all heard it before, but a key that opens many locks is a master key. But a lock that's opened by any key is just a bad lock. My boy Nathan was going crazy the whole interview.
Baby, you know why most men are such impressive cooks? Because with just 2 eggs and a sausage, they can fill a belly for 9 months.
Have y'all seen this article yet? This article says that 60% of young men are single, and about 30% or so of women are not. The reason for the huge difference isn't exactly clear, but they say that perhaps some women are just dating other women. But what really stood out was the obvious fact that over time, women no longer need men for the things that they needed them for before.
So if 70% of women are in relationships and only 40% of men are in relationships, who are the women in relationships with? It's because the women are dating the same men. Thank you for proving my point, though.
Why can't everyone feel like a 10?
Everyone has flaws, though, so nobody's perfect.
We're looking at a number scale now.
It's based on results.
Your
results.
outcomes.
Well, what sort of results? Like how many people am I fucking?
Even ugly girls can get laid. The real question for women is, how many guys want to marry you?
Bodies. Chitty bang bang, nigga.
Facts, and it ain't even about how many men want to marry you. It's about the caliber of the men that want to marry you. And to take it even further, it's not even about if they say they want to marry you, but it's if they actually marry you. Because I know dudes that'll say anything for a little bite of the cookie.
3 months is really still early. Y'all ain't say I love you yet, did y'all?
We have.
We have.
Oh!
You say, yo, guess who I'm at the mall with? Guess what I'm at the mall?
Hello?
Hi.
What's up?
Guess who I'm at the mall with?
Who?
Guess.
Who?
Guess.
All right, tell me what your name is, bro.
Tyler. My name?
No.
Gavin?
No.
Who?
Guess.
I give up. I don't want to know. Who?
Guess. Anyone.
Who you're at the mall with?
Yes. Think.
Is this an ex-boyfriend or an ex?
No. Think.
Grace?
No. I guess.
Alex?
No. Continue guessing.
Is this an old friend?
No. You know this. Think. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't think it would be like you're at the mall with Tyler.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, is this boyfriend Tyler?
Oh.
Damn, Tyler, City Boys was just up 3-0, now it's 3-1. It's time for Tyler to go back to the drawing board. A good breakup is the best pre-workout in the world.
Why is it when a woman doesn't have a man, she often has to take on a masculine role, but when a man doesn't have a woman, he doesn't necessarily have to take on a feminine role?
Ooh. That's too good a question for me to answer personally.
I just think women like are more like apt to be more manly than
and independent.
Like it's okay for a woman to be more like manly than it is for a man to be like feminine.
Yeah.
I think. I just feel like people think that, even though it shouldn't be true.
Wouldn't that prove that masculinity is more essential for survival than femininity?
Ooh, fuck. I had never thought about that, so it's all right.
And if that's true, why is masculinity seen as toxic?
Masculinity is vital for society to continue existing.
So I learned from watching the podcast that in Florida law, if my wife and me are together and she steps out on us and has a baby and she comes back, the baby is officially mine by Florida law.
Why would you want it?
You cannot discard it. It's yours. She could put me on child support for somebody else's baby. What? Yes.
You think I'm finna pay child support on a baby that ain't mine? You be lucky if I pay child support on a baby that is mine, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, okay?
And that's not even all of it. She can still divorce you and take half your stuff. And it's crazy to me that nobody talks about this. Where are all the feminists? I thought feminism was about equality.
You were a lame nigga before you were rich. You're a lame nigga now. You're always gonna be a lame nigga. It don't matter. You never gonna get bitches without money. None of that, bro. It does not matter, bro.
I mean, first of all, okay. Do that make me less rich?
It don't matter.
Marriage. Are you cool? Do you want to get married?
I feel like I'm married as soon as I commit to you. Because I'm a loyal person. If I feel like...
What you mean you a loyal person then?
I am.
Nigga, that ain't how loyal, that's not how it works.
It is in my heart. Because it's between me, you, and God. Not paperwork. I do it. I have a wedding for you. I ain't doing that paperwork. Do you sign contracts that don't benefit you?
No.
I ain't either. Stay woke.
So let me ask you this. I got to know about this. Okay, so
I agree, the marriage laws need to be rewritten. Modern women need modern laws. But that's never gonna happen because women, the lawyers, the judges, and even the government all get a piece of the pie when a man gets bent over in family court.
Where you lot going?
La La Land. Yeah.
For what?
We outside.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
So what's there?
We're outside on Monday.
I can be outside on Monday too.
Okay. Okay, you're outside.
Shall I come? Shall I come?
You can get in. Yeah, I think it's like full capacity at the moment. You got a wristband? You got a wristband? Can't get in.
I can't get in, yeah? I can't get in.
No.
I rush the doors.
I'm gonna find my daughter in it.
Found them.
I want to see the kid dancing on my leg as a girlfriend right now. Dancing on my leg as a girlfriend right now. If you want to be true, girls, what we doing tonight? We outside, huh? What we doing? Alright, try me.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
He said, if you going to the party, we going to the party. Dads just have a way of disciplining you without even saying anything.
You work here?
Yeah.
Here you go. It's for the gender pay gap.
Sure.
Trying to level things out.
In the latest news, Claressa Shields recently called out Keith Thurman to a boxing match. But now the former male welterweight champ has shocked fans by accepting Shields' challenge for a mixed gender fight. The women's undisputed champion has fired shots in Thurman's direction before, but reiterated her call out of him recently. Shields tweeted, "I'll fight Thurman at 154. All the respect in the world to him, too. I just think I can outbox him." In response to the tweet, Thurman said, "Look, I can fight for any charity event. We can raise money and let you try to showcase your skills and talent. I'd probably use my jab only." Shields reacted by tweeting, "Oh, you are hilarious. Yes, you are a man and a one-time champion, but you are not good enough to only use one hand on me. Now, for charity or raising money for a foundation, we can definitely do it. I'll come in at 160 pounds, too. I'm actually bigger than you and taller. What's your thoughts on this fight?"
Claressa said, I'll fight Thurman at 154. So serious. All the respect in the world to him too. I just think I can outbox him. Now Claressa is one of the best female boxers of all time, but she has to understand it doesn't matter if she can outbox him, he's just gonna be stronger than her. On average, the male upper body has 75% more muscle mass and 90% more strength than the female upper body. Because men have denser bones and stronger upper bodies, the average male has 162% more punching power than the average woman. It would take a huge skill difference to make up for that strength difference, and Thurman isn't a scrub. His record is 30-1, and he's the ex-welterweight champion. My money's on Thurman if he actually tries.
She gotta catch this straight. That's tough. She should have wore a vest. I gotta leave her on 1 HP.
All men are.
So you're telling your 13-year-old niece that all men are awful? Well, are you also going to tell her how you prioritize F-boys over handsome, loyal men? And while you're at it, you might as well show her the website you use where all these supposed awful men are putting money in your pocket. You know, maybe instead you should be teaching your 13-year-old niece that the choices you've made in your own life were awful. Damn, bro. That's tough.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying?
Why my cousin hair caught fire at Fridays.
Happy birthday to... Oh my God. He just touched me.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, your hair was on fire.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Oh,
he saved her from becoming a candle, and the only thing he got in return was attitude.
It's an evil world we live in.
you look so pink. Guess who I am? Watch. Peppa Pig.
No such thing as toxic masculinity?
No such thing. There are toxic people, and those toxic people can be masculine or feminine. But when the man pulls you out of your burning building, you don't give a fuck how masculine he is. There's no two masculine then. Masculinity is masculinity. Femininity is femininity.
There is such thing as toxic masculinity.
There is no. The toxic, Disavow. Disavow. So toxic masculinity was a term created in the 1990s when psychologists were trying to study violent offenders in prison. When guys would step on each other's toes and then they would start stabbing each other, it was just a term that was used by those psychiatrists to determine a type of behavior where men would resort to extreme levels of violence for no reason. And then somehow mainstream psychology got a hold of it and became this pop term. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. There is just masculinity, and then there are some people who are toxic. That has nothing to do with each other. I can show you tons of people who are extremely toxic online, and some of them are masculine and some of them are feminine, but the two are mutually exclusive. The idea of toxic masculinity is to shame men for doing things that other people don't agree with. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity.
He not wrong.
This is talking about the whole thing.
She said so much, but she said so little at the same time. Regardless of all this equality talk, I'm sure most men would still make the sacrifice. Most men are hardwired to protect women and children and would probably deal with a lot of guilt if they thought they failed to do that.
Thank you for changing my life. I hated you both at the beginning, but then I started listening to you. My wife is pregnant when both of you got arrested, so I've named my son Tristan. If you've named your son Tristan, contact me on Twitter. I'll look after Tristan. I'll start my college fund.
That's what I'm talking about! Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
What your name is?
Madison.
Madison? I'm trying to be your square garden.
Oh, that's corny, but no, let me tell you.
What happened?
I gotta tell you something.
How old are you?
That's what I'm about to tell you. It's okay. It's okay.
What?
I'm 17.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Do you think it's true that a man pays for sex in one way or another?
Fuck yes.
Pays for it. Well, what about a woman?
Whoa. What about her?
Do you feel like she pays for sex in one way or another?
Not the same way a man does.
How come?
That's a good answer.
It's completely different.
Why?
A man spends a lot more monetarily wise than a woman ever has to.
Stuck.
I feel like that's false.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like you're thinking very like 1900, early 1900s.
So in the relationship between you and your man, who spent more money?
I don't know. I feel like we do it equally. Like if If he pays for a couple meals, I feel like I pay for a couple meals, and I feel like that's fair. At least that's my outlook on it.
Yeah, she's right. That would be fair, but let's just be honest. That's not usually how it works. There are a lot of women that say they want equal authority in a relationship, but they're not willing to take equal responsibility in a relationship. She's just being disingenuous. I don't know very many lasting relationships where the woman is taking on most of the financial burden.
All right, now I'm getting pissed off. Hold up, ho. I sit down, y'all. This bitch tried to come in the house at 5 a.m. Her nigga said, look.
She's just chilling. She's like, I got this. She's like, I'm gonna you up. That table's gonna break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
She's like, now I'm ready. She's like, thanks for the warm up.
Yeah, you got a good grip. That explosive. Oh my God. Come on, Sarah.
Come on, Sarah.
Oh my God.
Oh! Do it!
Oh, it's the spread.
Do it! I should hold the table.
Oh, yeah. So slippery.
An 8-time world champion gets beat by a guy that just goes to the gym. Unfortunately, men just have biological advantages. But I give her props because she probably could have beat me.
KJ, do you like my hair? Not real.
They say if you ever want to know the truth, just ask a kid. But if I was that kid, I probably still would have caught ass whooping. Sometimes it don't matter how right you are. And for all the people that saying you shouldn't whoop your kid, I bet you at some point you touched the stove, and after you got burnt, you never touched the stove again.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am
When I turn into a grown-up, I don't want to be a fat grown-up. I want to be a skinny grown-up.
Do you know any fat grown-ups?
It's more right French fries.
It's an evil world we live in. You know, I got arrested once for speeding in Los Angeles. I had 5 speeding tickets in less than a year.
There wasn't a car chase, was there?
No.
Okay.
Handcuffs, though.
No, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The actual zip tie or like the actual handcuff middle? Wow.
Yeah.
How do those feel? Never had them on.
You should know. No.
What do you mean by that? I think that when people say to me, you put on a bit of timber, mate, it makes me go back and try and lose a bit of timber. Eat a bit less, drink a bit less. I need to have people look at me going, hey, big boy, lose a bit.
That's so ironic,
right?
because whenever we mention it on air as a joke, you complain about it.
I do that to you because
Yes.
you're the great virtue signalling. We can't say anything negative about anybody's body image. Everyone's perfect.
Yes.
I don't agree. I think a bit of fat shaming is a good thing, a healthy thing. What do you think, Angelina?
I think you're wrong.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
For some reason, I think we all knew Angelina's political opinions on body positivity. Body positivity is reserved for burn victims and amputees. If your blood type is Nutella, I think it's time to lose some weight. It's okay to be fat, but it ain't okay to stay fat. And even if you're not overweight, you gotta keep trying to better yourself in any way possible.
So when you go for a hug for a girl, do you want their arms over, something like this, and your arms can go around their waist?
What's going on, guys? So if a girl ever tries to hug you, what you want to do is face her straight on, get as close as you can, then you want to change levels to match her height, and then...
Let me tell you something, ma'am. A lot of the men that y'all use are the men who trying to save you. A lot of the men are sitting there saying, you remind him of his mama, and he realized the crap his mama went through. So what he wants to do is save you. And when he turns into me, it's because he's ran into so many walls that he started to realize, I'm a fool.
Okay,
I tried to treat this woman better than she saw herself. She didn't see herself as a wife. She saw herself as a baby mama. She didn't see herself as a wife. She saw herself as an Instagram thot. She didn't see herself as a wife. She saw herself as, yeah, City Girls is up. There's a lot of women who can tell you right now, I had a good man, but he was lame. I had a good man, but he wasn't exciting.
There's a lot of women that'll reject Clark Kent because they're waiting for Superman. But what's worse than a woman keeping a man in a friend zone is a man willingly staying in the friend zone. If you in the friend zone, all you gotta do is tell her how you feel, tell her your real intentions, and for the love of Christ, don't seem desperate. I'd rather get told no so I can start working on myself than to sit around wasting all my time listening to her complain about the guy she's getting her back blown out by. It's not your job to solve everybody's problems, especially if you have problems of your own. Don't be so empathetic that you're just pathetic.
Hello.
I did not know anybody was here. This is my favorite spot to sit.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. What the hell? There's something extremely gorgeous about your eyes. Oh, it's my reflection.
A short, attractive guy or a tall, ugly guy?
Tall, ugly.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
My girlfriend just gave birth to our first child.
Congratulations.
I know I'm not the biological father. Yikes. And I revealed I knew as soon as she gave birth. I found out when she was about 6 months along that it wasn't mine. A guy, Brian, approached me at my work and asked me, "Are you Sarah's boyfriend?" I said, "Yeah," and asked what he wanted. He said he was sorry that he had slept with her and swore he didn't know that she was with someone. He then pulled out his phone to show the text between them, and they came to an agreement to just pretend the baby was mine. In return, she wouldn't lose her perfect life, and he wouldn't be responsible for a baby. We had been having problems trying for a baby, and all of a sudden, she got pregnant so easily. But he explained that he had been thinking about it, and he recently became a Christian, and he said he couldn't live his life knowing that I was living a lie, while his child didn't know their real father. I told him I'd keep in touch, and not to say that he'd said anything just yet. I've had a lot of time to think, but ultimately, I decided to wait until she gave birth, to hurt her in her most vulnerable moment.
Well, that's fucking rude, but go on.
What should have been a beautiful moment of me holding my baby was the most heartbreaking time of my life. I started packing up my stuff to leave. She asked where I was going, and I told her. I know I'm not baby name's father. You can act all shocked, but I know. Just ask Brian to come. I'm positive he'll sign the birth certificate. Then I left. She's been calling my phone over and over, even sending texts as I type this.
No, what's rude is that she cheated on him. And not only did she cheat on him, she got pregnant. This man was gonna unknowingly waste over 18 years of his time and resources on a kid that isn't even his. And the craziest part is women can do this and ruin people's lives and it isn't even a crime. Either we need to make women legally obligated to admit that they were sleeping with 2 men during that time, or we need to do mandatory paternity tests at birth.
Ask people if they think baseball or softball is harder and then throw them in the batter's box. Which do you think is harder, baseball or softball?
I know baseball is harder.
You're wrong. Softball is harder.
Oh! 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 Oh, get out!
The average speed of a professional fastball pitch is 93 miles per hour, while the average softball pitch is about 77 miles per hour. Baseballs are smaller, making them harder to hit, and baseball stadiums are bigger, making it harder to get a home run. So if I had to guess, I would say baseball, but I don't know much about the sport, so I'm gonna let y'all argue in the comments.
I can't say you're beautiful. You know why?
No, why?
Because beauty's on the inside and I haven't been inside yet.
That's disgusting.
She make it clap. I got the strap.
Look, the bottom line is people are without hair. You see him all the time. Will Smith's husband. He lost it.
Got him.
Completely honest with you. I don't think that women that do OnlyFans give a fuck if you want them or not. They're about that bag,
So
bitch.
then I don't want to hear them bitch about how men are this and men are that. When you already know that you're a low-value woman in men's eyes, we only look at you for your sexuality. We only look at you for your sexual parts. We don't look at you for your knowledge. We don't look at you for your brain. We don't look at you for nothing else. We look at you for your ass, your titties, and your... That's all we care about when we look at you.
That anyway, whether they do OnlyFans or not.
Incorrect. No. When I look at a girl who is actually valuable, who I actually look as a valuable woman, who actually is a knowledgeable woman, who doesn't portray herself as a fucking object, who portrays herself as a human being, an actual intelligent, strong woman, then I'm going to be way more in tune to listening to what she has to say, opposed to a chick who is shaking her ass and popping her titties out on social media just to get attention. Those are the girls that this is where y'all are getting it fucked. We don't care that y'all are putting yourselves out there. We love to see it. But it's that we don't want you to keep thinking that you're a high-valued woman when you're fucking not.
And plus her job just invalidates her opinion on men because she's gonna be super biased. If you're a sex worker, the only men you're gonna deal with are men that are intoxicated, men that are stepping out on their wives, and men that are paying for pleasure. And if you surround yourself with those types of men all day, there's no way your opinion is gonna be valid. And no matter how much you beg, sex workers will never be respected as much as Sunday school teachers.
That's the size of your body. And it's like,
But you're not gonna believe what happened today.
What?
So I was at Walmart, and this guy pulled up to me.
Say in Spanish to uncle.
This guy pulled up to me with a knife.
Stop it.
And it's like, your life or your money?
Stop it.
And I said, bro, I'm married. What life? What money?
This father is facing backlash from the community after he changed his gender to woman in order to win his children back from his abusive wife. So Renee was going through a long custody battle with his baby mama where it was shown that she was harming the kids. He was getting tired of the state playing, so he decided to change his gender to woman in order to win his kids back faster. It worked, and people are upset, stating that he should not be changing his genders for that type of means. He can do whatever he wants. He is allowed to become any gender he chooses. The reasoning behind why he did it is none of you guys' concern. If he wants to be a mother to them kids, let him be a mother to them children. That is very transphobic of some of you guys. Yes. Yes. For those of you that are upset, that's very transphobic of you guys. Let him be what he wants to be. And he got his kids back.
And the crazy part is, they're not upset at the woman for hurting her kids. They're upset at the man for having to become a woman so he can get custody of his kids. If I gotta do what I gotta do to protect my kids, I don't care who I offend. You go, queen. W mom.
Period. Super marriage tip. Always marry someone in a lower social class than you. That way you're not afraid of her leaving you for someone better because you're already the best that she can get.
Question for people who want to get into the fighting industry and start a fighting career, what tips do you recommend, especially for a female?
For female, I have very good advice. Be fighter inside your home. All the time finish your husband.
This is how you take picture of your daughter. Step 1, open the camera. Step 2, now make your daughter to the best pose. Step 3, after taking 50 pictures, she will say, no papa, that is not right. I cannot help if you don't look beautiful.
Why do women have these Chili's appetites and these TGI Friday appetites and they have these goddamn Denny's and these hey, these motherfuckers, these that go to IHOP at 2 in the morning and eat IHOP and eat all you can eat pancakes. But then when they fuck with you, they make it seem like Mastros is their diet. And it's been they've been their diet moon shadows and motherfucking the steakhouse and prime steak 48 and all this shit. When they meet you, they make it seem like that was their regular appetite. Well, you never ate like this, but you met me, now you want to eat like this. Yeah, they want 1942 when they was drinking motherfucking Reposado. Say, what was your question? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because she ain't got to pay for it. And biologically, women are hypergamous. So basically, they want you to prove to them that you can move them into a higher socioeconomic status.
The difference between a dog and a wolf is just thousands of years of breeding. Same animal, which is wild. Like my dog Marshall. Have you ever met Marshall? He's an ancestor of a wolf. They've turned him into this thing through thousands of years of breeding. Is that what just like they're trying to do to men? Exactly.
Where's Andrew Tate when you need him?
Yes, that's this toxic femininity shit or masculinity. Like, oh, you mean the men who carved the world? You just don't think you need them because you don't need them right now.
What does toxic femininity look like?
You girls know. You know what you do. I'm just saying. You know, there's like, girls know what they're doing. Like, if you ever think that a girl is innocent, you're probably wrong. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Like constructive criticism?
No, I don't mind it.
Did he lie to you?
No, I do need to fix myself a little bit.
So why are you mad?
I wasn't mad. It was the way he went about it and the way he said it.
If someone says 1 + 1 is 2 versus 1 + 1 is fucking 2, does it change the fact that it's 2?
No.
Okay, so facts are facts, right?
Okay.
So why are you more interested in how the message is delivered versus the message being delivered?
Because the way he went about it, it was extremely rude, and I don't need to be with somebody who's rude.
Do you understand that the world doesn't necessarily owe you understanding, and sometimes you're going to get messages in not the best way? It's your job to, you know,
No,
take
that's
out
fine.
the BS
It's the way
and take
I
the...
reciprocate it, and the way I reciprocated it was by kicking him out the door. Like, that's it. I know what I need to do. I don't need you constantly in my ear telling me what I need to do.
So you lost a positive influence because of your feelings.
If you have the attention span of a chicken sandwich, this is probably the end of the video for you. But I think this exact mentality is the same reason why religion is dying in the West. And this is coming from an atheist. People don't want to be religious anymore because religion comes with rules and they don't want to be held accountable. So instead, people say that they're spiritual, which basically means I want the virtue of being a religious person without having to follow any of the rules. And then they just use their spirituality to justify their selfishness and horrible behavior. There was a kid who wanted a bike, and instead of working for the bike, he stole a bike and then asked God for forgiveness. When you say that you're spiritual, that's what it sounds like to me. Saying that you're spiritual or religious, but you don't follow any of the religious law is like saying you're on a diet, but you can eat whatever you want.